Hey guys and girls, thumbs up from me as usual. I thought I'd check out the other side of Camden today just to see what it was like, and I tell you what, I've never seen it so quiet. I mean, there's still a few cars around, but usually there's loads. I'll give you a little look what it looks like. This is Warren Street, and usually it's a lot more busier than this. So as you can see, I mean, there's a few cars on the road, a few people, but compared to what it's usually like, especially at this time of the day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down Tottenham Court Road. So I'll tell you a bit more, or I'll show you a bit more of what's happening down there. Usually at this junction it is really busy, and I've never seen it so quiet. So I'm going to be going down that street there, Tottenham Court Road, and I'll show you what it looks like. Before I do that, I really want to be careful with this place. This is the hospital. Apparently they've got some coronavirus, COVID-19 people in there, people that have got the virus. And there's also a lot of the other departments were shut down, and they made a specific department just for the COVID-19. So I'm going to be very cautious of this place and walk across the road on the other side. So yeah, like I was saying, I've never seen it so, I mean, there's a few cars, but usually this place is really busy, really jam-packed with cars, this junction. And compared to what it usually is like, it's really dead. So yeah, I'm just going to continue down that way. So I'll show you what's going on down Tottenham Court Road, avoiding the hospital. Usually there's people coming out of the train station, especially at this time. Look at that, it's pretty much dead inside there. And they've just opened up a new Lidl's on Tottenham Court Road. So I'm going to check that out. Good. This place should be closed down forever. McDonald's. The chemist is open. But yeah, the new Lidl's over there. So I'm going to be checking that out in a little while. Let's zoom in a bit. Oh, let the bus go past. Yeah, I just saw a couple of friends. They said they went into Lidl's and they said there weren't no queues. So I'm going to try and go and pay a bill for my neighbour Lily, and then I'm going to come back to Lidl's. I'll tell you what, compared to what it's usually like down here, it is dead. This is a ghost town, if ever I've seen one. Usually it's packed here with traffic and people going around at lunchtime. What's the time now? 12:25 on a Friday afternoon. And like I was saying, I've never seen it so quiet. I just thought I'd come the other end of Camden, closer to where I live. And as you can see, pretty much all the way down. There's usually people everywhere. But as you can see, the street is dead in comparison. And apparently on Monday they're going to ease down the lockdown, whatever that means. Maybe they're going to open up a few shops at a time. But yeah, as you can see, very, very empty. Usually this street is packed. I've never seen it so quiet before. Not that I'm unhappy about it, because I can't stand the city really. I'm trying everything possible to get out. So I'm just showing you what it looks like on Tottenham Court Road. Very dead, very quiet, and you know, maybe I'll come back next week or another time when it's actually eased off and show you what it's normally like. But as you can see today, there's a few people, but compared to what it's normally like, it's dead. Yep, very quiet all the way till the end. No doubt that the whole of the West End is really quiet, same as this. So I'm not going to walk all around the West End, but I just wanted to show you Tottenham Court Road. In the distance there you can see, I believe that building is called Centre Point. Just a few cars down here, but otherwise very, very quiet. And looks like I'm not going to be able to pay Lily's bill because all the banks are shut. Apparently it's some kind of bank holiday this weekend. I didn't even know that. I've not been watching the TV, I've not been watching really what's going on outside other than when I go out for shopping. So I doubt the Lloyd's is open. Anyway guys, just a little update on what it looks like on the other side of Camden, which is Warren Street, Tottenham Court Road, etc. But as you can see, it's really dead. A lot of the shops are closed. Most of the shops are closed. Just the same as Camden High Street, and it's like deserted, literally deserted. Few people walking up and down, maybe they've got some jobs to do or something, or maybe they're all going shopping, but it's all deserted. I've never seen it like this before. In fact, a lot of you don't know, maybe I'll make a video on it. I was actually kind of involved with the Bishopsgate bombing. And basically what happened was, I was late to work. I used to work near London Wall, and just around the corner the bomb went off. And if any of you know about the Bishopsgate bombing, it was a terrible event. They left a hole. The crater size was like as deep as a double-decker bus, and probably a little bit bigger than a double-decker bus width-wise, the circumference. Anyway, I was late to work that morning, and on my way to work I actually heard the bomb go off. And usually, I might do a video actually, cut a long story short, all the area was blocked off. A couple of my workmates were actually trapped in the shop that I used to work in. I used to be a driver. I used to deliver mobile phones, help to install them, show people how to work them, etc. I worked for a company when the mobile phones first come out. And yeah, cut a long story short, two of my mates were trapped in the area. One inside the shop shutter blew him back to the back of the shop. The other guy had a ceiling fall on him in the cafe that was literally around the corner from where the bomb went off in I think it was London Wall, Bishopsgate, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it was quite a few years ago, that bomb actually, Bishopsgate bombing, yeah. And basically, what happened was, let me move off the street, come over here, where it's less noisy, and continue with the story. Basically what happened was, my friend, he got the ceiling of a cafe, fell on him, and my other friend was trapped in the shop. And usually, say for example, this is the shop, yeah, and usually round about here, my car would be parked up, and my delivery van, I used to have a little red Fiesta, fantastic little motor, 1800 diesel, fantastic little bit of kit. So usually I'd be parked here from where the shop was, and the shop shutters were blown back into the shop. The fire door was downstairs in the basement. My mate was totally covered up with all the furniture of the shop, and usually I'm parked up outside. Now of course opposite the whole building windows were all smashed, or just literally round the corner where Bishopsgate bomb went off, say a bit further down round the corner, that's where the bomb went off. My other friend was down in a cafe on the corner. Now I'm just showing you an example. This ain't the place where it happened, but I'm kind of showing you an example of what happened. Anyway, so yeah, one friend was trapped in the shop, other guy was trapped in our shop. I was usually parked outside. If I was parked outside on the day, I would have been dead, because obviously all the NatWest building, I believe it was called, I can't remember, I think it was called the NatWest building, all the windows were blown out. The our shop shutter was blown right through to the back of the shop. So you imagine if I was stood there when the blast went off, I would have been severely injured, if not killed. Now, on my way to work, we had another shop in Holborn. They said you can't go through to the area. I said, well, what about our two guys? So what I did is I snuck into where our other shop was, because I know London like the back of my hand. I was able to get through the police barriers, and basically on my way to the shop, I actually saw my two work colleagues bloodied and bleeding, glass stuck in them, and I did an amazing 180 skid in the Fiesta, man. Any excuse. I just zoomed down to this roundabout, because as I was going this way towards our shop, my two work colleagues were across the road going back towards sort of Barbican kind of way. Anyway, they shouted out Costa, so I'd done the 180 skid in the roundabout, come back this way, picked them up, took them back to Holborn, and they were so pleased that I picked them up. I'll probably do another video another day and tell you the full story, but I was just sort of roughly telling you the story. And yeah, so basically I phoned up my other shop, where we had another shop in Holborn, mobile phone shop, and rang them up and said, hey, get an ambulance ready. I've got the two work colleagues. One of them's name was Chris, and the other one was, I can't remember his name now, begins with a D. Anyway, they were so thankful that I came in, because my boss pretty much said, well, leave them there, the the police service will pick them up. Obviously, I picked them up first. So, there's an ambulance over there. So, they were very grateful that I went actually to find them. And I was involved in the Bishopsgate bombing. But yeah, another time I'll do a more detailed video perhaps about that. Tell you a bit of my close, you know, I was nearly, if I was outside the shop, I would have definitely been dead. So, you know, I was late to work that morning. Usually I'm parked outside the shop, and literally, you know, round the corner from where we had the shop in London Wall, the Bishopsgate bomb went off. And if you saw it, when I drove through the police barriers and went to try and, well, I actually went to rescue my friends. You know, if you saw it, it looked like something from Quatermass or something like that. You know, all the windows were shut out, glass everywhere. It was a real bad. I never actually saw the bomb site, but I saw what it did to the local area. And anyway, got back to Holborn. My mates got in the ambulance. End of story. But yeah, my close could have been dead that time as well. I've had a few close encounters in my life, but I thought I'd share that. So there we have it. Thanks for watching the video. I'm gonna go to Lidl's up the road there and just sort of like get a few little bits and check out the new store. So see you in the next video. Take care.